Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. I hope you're having a good day. So oh, I just decided that you know what? I'm gonna go back to doing me. I'm gonna do a coffee and chat and go from there. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to go over this morning. Well, I guess it's afternoon. This afternoon, but it's morning for some of you guys. So there's a bunch of stuff I want to go over, but I am gonna tell you that there is one video in particular that does have a trigger warning. And I can't even believe that more people are not talking about this. I just saw it this morning. Good morning, CY. And I can't it just blew my freaking mind when I listened to what this guy was saying on video. And hey, sugar, glad you guys are here. All right. So I just wanted to say that hey Judy, when I go and start the video, I will tell you, because I'm going to say, okay, this is the video, but it's like the second one that I want to show you guys. Like I stumbled upon it a few minutes ago this morning, and I cannot even believe that this person felt that it was okay to put this video out there. All right. So let's jump right in. Hope you guys are all good. Hope you're having a good day. And let's get started. So I'm going to pull up the first thing. And of course, they all get put in backwards. Okay. Hey, Suzanne. All right. So DCFS placed troubled teen girl with 24-year-old pimp as her foster parent. I mean, have you even ever heard of such a thing? A 16-year-old girl was already a sex trafficking victim, and we have learned the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services placed her with a 3-time convicted felon who is accused of forcing her into you know what. In this case, it is almost unreal what happened to a foster child, but indeed, Department of Children and Family Services placed a child sexual assault victim into the care of a man who should never have been given a license to be a foster parent. The troubled 16-year-old girl was placed in a foster parent's home in an apartment building at the corner of 80th Street and Hermitage Avenue. During our years-long investigation into DCFS, the CBS 2 investigators made the astounding discovery that the licensed foster parent who lived in that apartment and whom the state entrusted to care for the teenage girl was a 24-year-old man with a lengthy criminal record. His name is Eric Johnson, and he is also an accused sex trafficker. I mean, and I've always said this, like, there are kids, okay, who are in homes who get beaten, they get assaulted, they get, there are children out there who need to be removed from their home for their own safety. But Department of whether it's children or Child Protective Services or Department of Family and Children's Services, they don't vet the people that they entrust these troubled or these hurt kids with. And it just blows my freaking mind, because when you hear stories like this, it gives you, you're like, okay, well, they were a victim. They were taken from somewhere where they were a victim, and they were placed into the home of a pimp, of somebody who was going to turn around and do the same exact thing to that child. You know what I'm saying? It's so insane to me. So I've never been a fan of DCFS or CPS or any of that, because I do believe that most of the time, no, I can't say most of the time, but I'm going to say 50% of the time, it's not in the child's best welfare what they do. So, I mean, I know I've dealt with them when I was a child, so I know how this thing goes. But for them to not even care enough to vet the people that they are placing these children with. I mean, and it obviously happened in Chicago, and we know what kind of place Chicago is. But at the same time, I mean, this is your job. Like, your job is to place kids in safe places when they are taken from homes that are not safe. And instead of doing that, like, they're so overworked, and there's so many children that need placement because they're just taking so many kids that they don't have enough good people that want to take them. So now they're like, I don't even care who takes them. I like, how did this guy, a convicted felon and a trafficker, get licensed to be a foster parent in the first place? Somebody didn't do their job correctly. Somebody did not do what they were supposed to do. Somebody was sleeping that day. Somebody was on drugs that day. Something, right? Something made them place this. Something made them go, okay, we'll give you a license. Well, we can see you got a rap sheet. We can see you got felonies. We can see you have been accused of trafficking. But you know what? We're in desperate need of foster parents, so we're going to let you be one. I mean, that's just ludicrous to me. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hold on. Okay. That is just ludicrous to me. All right. All right, now I'm going to pull up this next one. Now, for this video, I am going to tell you, trigger warning. Yeah, this guy says some pretty inappropriate things, and I cannot believe that he did it on video and posted it on social media. So apparently this fool is a social media influencer. Don't ask me how. Because I just have no idea how this was even allowed to be out there. But you know what? He wants to say that no women have ever complained. It's only men that complain. So we need to complain. All right. Let me show you this video. Again, trigger warning. Throw that in the chat, sugar, please. So I don't freaking get in trouble. Okay, social media influencer Charleston White again boasts about raping white women. Yeah. Can you believe it? Can you freaking believe it? So I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to play this. Actually, let me do this real quick. Okay, thank you, sugar. All right, let's go.
Request. Now I ain't seen the video. I keep getting a request. Somebody say, "Hey, some guys by the name of Dumb and Dumber, I buy preachers talking about you." I said, two guys at one time is talking about me. Sound like two homosexuals. Just sound like two homosexual guys. They said they calling you a rapist. So, yeah. So what? So what? I rape. Who gives a damn? I only rape white women. I brag about raping as a kid when I was a little bitty boy. So what? It don't stop me from selling tickets. I still got a fan base. Kobe Bryant was a rapist. Yeah, Kobe Bryant was a rapist. Nigga, don't nobody give a damn about no motherfucking rapist. Shit, I done went too goddamn far, y'all. Shit.
I'm going to pause that right there for a second. Can you even believe the words that are coming out of his mouth? Yeah, so what? I do it. I only do it to white women, though. And I don't hear any women complaining. Oh, we'll get to that part. Yeah, he actually goes on to say that. So what? I still sell tickets. I still got a fan base. He's out here on video bragging about sexually assaulting women. And he is a social media influencer, and that's all cool. People think that's freaking cool. He still has fans. That's disgusting. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to finish the video.
Yeah, I done went too far. I got to turn around. Yeah, nigga, don't nobody.
I did want to just put this out there and say one thing real quick. He goes on to talk about Kobe Bryant in here and how he was accused and how all these other people have been accused of it and blah, blah, blah. I just want to say that, like, I don't want to, I don't want to, how do I want to put this? I'm not saying anything as far as Kobe or any of these other people he names. I'm talking about this dude right here. Okay. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to be so careful in what we say, but you can have this dude out there running his mouth like this, saying the things that he says, and that's cool. Like, okay, I'm going to finish this. Again, I want to just clarify that this is this person's video. They made this. I have no opinion on the other people that he is talking about in this video. I am straight up just talking about this dude right here. Okay? So let me get that straight.
Care about a rapist. So what? I rape somebody. Where's the victims? Yeah. Fuck them rape victims. I ain't got none. Like, he's a rapist, y'all. So he ain't raping them but white people. Who give a damn about a nigga raping white bitches back in the 80s? No, I don't. Yeah, he think rape funny. Yeah, I think rape funny. Kobe Bryant was a rapist. Yeah, who give a damn? Goddamn, Kobe Bryant was an accused rapist. I'm not an accused rapist. I'm a self-proclaimed rapist. There's a difference. Yeah. Yeah, Kobe Bryant was a rapist. He got in. Somebody said he raped me. Mike Tyson, rapist. Tupac, rapist. Charles Barkley, rapist. Charleston White, bullshitter. So somebody tell Abba and preach. So what? Charleston White said he raped somebody. So don't nobody care. But a bunch of guys. You don't hear no bitches complaining about Charleston White raping nobody. It's just a bunch of you pussy ass guys online. Once the women start complaining, then I'll apologize. But there's no women complaining about.
And seriously, do you see what I'm saying? And people wonder, like, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. And he wants to sit there and say, well, I don't hear any women complaining. Oh, he did. He did call Pac that. Yeah. This guy sitting in his car, running his mouth, talking about how he's proud of doing that to women and only white women, so nobody should care. Like, are you kidding me? And when women start complaining, then I'll apologize. He should immediately, I'm sorry, I'm not for censorship. I think it's bullshit. But that should be taken down. Because that is not only I don't even like saying this because it's not that it's offensive. It is offensive, clearly, but it's so wrong. It's so wrong on so many levels that we live in a world where this guy thinks it's cool, thinks it's okay to put that on social media and nobody says a damn word about it. Like, I can't believe I have not heard about this video from other people. I cannot believe that nobody is talking about it. Oh my God. See, karma. Yeah. People should find that highly offensive. And we're not talking about, oh, you misgendered me, I'm offended. No, we're talking about, you're talking about raping women and how that is an okay thing to do. And you're in good company because of all these other people who were accused of it in the past. Are you shitting me? Even if he's just running his mouth because just to get views. Hold on one second, guys. Jeez. Stop, Bella. Nothing out there. Okay, Bella. Even so, it's wrong, and it should immediately be taken down. And maybe women need to start complaining, so this freaking idiot can go on there and apologize to everybody for being such a douche, right? All right. Let me see. Women threw themselves at him, and he tried to say, "Yeah, Pac went through it, man. He went through it. Watch his documentaries. I mean, you want to talk about somebody that was before their time? That man right there. That guy was so freaking smart. Yeah, Bella is. Yep. I mean, it's just insane what happens, Seriously. The the world today. I mean, you wouldn't. It's just crazy to me. All right. I've never heard of him either. Thank God. I'm going to put Karma's comment up here. I'm so sorry, Karma, that happened to you. And I don't think it's funny. I don't think people should be joking about it. I don't think people should be saying shit like that. I don't think that's cool at all. All right, so his name was Charleston White. Apparently, he's a social media influencer. And he says that no women complain, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, the guy in the video was Charleston White, I guess his name is. All right, let's move on. Let's get off that fool. Okay. You know what, Karma? That brings you. I'm glad you actually said that, because that is so true. That is so true, and that's what really harms women, is the women who go out there and fake it. The women who say, "Listen, this happened to me and it didn't." The women who accuse people just to get it, just for the hell of it, Those are the people that ruin it for the rest of the women. And I say that all the time. It's like that video I played you guys the other day of that woman freaking hitting herself with a hammer so she could call and say her husband beat her, even though he didn't. And then there was another video clip of this woman who was fighting with her boyfriend. And I don't know if it was her boyfriend or her husband, but they were fighting. And he turned and filmed it. And he, I guess, changed the Wi-Fi password on her, and she flipped the hell out. And she was, after asking him over and over again for it, and he wouldn't give it to her. She said, "You know what? I'm going to turn you in for R-ing me." And she said she was going to tell him that he did it to the children too, which obviously he didn't. She was making that up. But it's women like that are the problem. Seriously. Like, you cannot do that. Have you ever heard the story about the boy who cried wolf? Well, when the wolf actually showed up, nobody was there to help him because he had already lied so many times. I mean, what the hell is wrong with people? Seriously. I've never heard of him either, but I mean, I don't know. Somebody would have to look it up. Never heard of him. She said douche canoe. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about this lady. Woman says that natural bodies are for poor females. People are outraged. The woman whose Twitter handle is goated throated wrote, natural bodies are for poor females. The woman added, I said what I said, implying she had no intention of explaining her views. The controversial tweet received over 200 comments and was seen over 700,000 times. It remains a mystery whether it was a joke or not. I'm going to say no, probably not a joke. The tweet from January 26, 2023 got attention from Reddit users as one person explained the danger of sharing such ideas. What's crazy about social media is there is someone or multiple people who will have this tweet in the back of their mind and will influence a decision they were on the fence about. The highlighted comment with over 1.2 thousand upvotes, natural bodies are for women that have no self-esteem issues. One Reddit user wondered what is sadder, the woman dying from BBLs or the men dying from steroids. The person said, we normalize this behavior, so we aren't even attracted to normal human bodies anymore. Another wrote, I was just able to build my dream body in the gym. Here's the tweet. Natural bodies are for poor females. Meaning that if, natural bodies, like no surgery, no nothing, you're poor, right? Then it's the surgical bodies, the people who have major surgery done to change their bodies, to change the way they look, then that means you're not poor. I mean, I just thought, what a douche this woman is for putting, you're a woman and you're putting this out there to other women. And hey, to me, this is just my opinion, but it makes you a piece of crap. Like, women are supposed to empower other women, not be like, listen, if you have a natural body and your boobs aren't fake and your ass isn't filled with jelly and your fucking, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear, and your face isn't filled with Botox and your eyebrows, your cheekbones aren't natural, all of this, then then you must be poor. It's, and I think that's a bad thing to put on women because there are women out there that have self-esteem issues, but they're not comfortable in their own skin. They have issues with their own body. But there are women out there, that are like, listen, I've never had a surgery. I am all natural, never had a surgery, never nothing. But even if I was loaded, even if I was rich, I wouldn't have a bunch of plastic put into my body. That's just me. That's just my opinion. But for this woman to put it out there like that, so rudely, I guess I would say, I think is offensive to other women. And I hate when women turn on other women and they act that way. Because it's like, listen, women are there's a war out for women right now. You got men trying to take over womanhood. You have men trying to become women and erase real women. And for this chick to be up there talking about, well, listen, if you're all natural, it's because you're poor, is stupid. And it's arrogant and it's just ridiculous. So I wanted to bring it up to you guys and see what you guys had to say about it. See what your guys' thoughts are on this. Let me see what you guys are saying. We need to nip and tuck anything or enhance areas where I was already blessed. Yeah. That's me too. Like, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't think women should be attacking other women like that. It's just, we got enough people attacking women right now. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's move on. I know. See why? You know what? Let's talk. Let's talk about that. So let me pull up her comment so everybody can see it. I actually snapped at a cashier once for not being able to do a simple task of ringing me up due to her 3-inch nails. I said, OMFG, why do you guys handicap yourselves? Do you know, I think about that all the time when I see women with these long ass fingernails. And it's like, how do you go through everyday life, right? Like, how do you wipe when you go to the bathroom? Like, how do you freaking put your pants on? How do how do you button your, it's like, how do you do all of these things? You can't even grab something with your hand because your nails are in the way. So I totally get what you're saying. I totally get it. Even if I was rich, I mean, I would not fill myself with plastic. That's just not me. Right. It doesn't take much to be beautiful if you're fake. No desire to be Kim K or any of those other fake bitches. Yeah, I hear ya. I'm serious though. It's like, what? Why would you guys do that to yourselves? Like, you can't even. What if you had to punch somebody in the face? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm not saying that in like a bad way. I'm saying like, what if somebody tried to? How you can't even close your fist to punch them in the face because your nails are so long. I mean, it's you can't do no. I mean, it's how do you live everyday life like that? All right, let's move on. I'm with you though. I hear you. For real. Okay. So this Dylan Mulvaney, okay, who is the person who is a man who is the person who was on the Bud Light thing that I played the other day on the Bud Light commercial. Well, she's also, or they're also do Nike ads too. But this is what I'm saying right here: erasing real women. Real women are being erased. They're trying to erase real women because now they have womb transplants, right? They transplant wombs from women who have died into men who want to become women. I mean, it's the craziest thing ever. Like, I feel like, no, this is just my opinion. And I know not everybody believes what I believe, but I feel like God's up there going, oh, no, they did not. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so unnatural. But I mean, men who want to become women are taking over women's sports. They're winning women's competitions, swimming, powerlifting, track, running, all kinds of things. All kinds of things. And they're pushing women out. Now, you have to ask yourself this: why are they doing that? Because if they're going to make it so men can have babies, then what about the women? Because that's our one thing that we have that nobody can take from us, is that we have the babies. We reproduce. That's our thing. But now they're even taking that, and it's like they're trying to literally wipe out women. And that pisses me off, and that should piss you off. And I'm not saying, listen, I don't care how you feel about transgender people. I don't care. That's not the point. The point is, if you're a woman, you should have a problem with this. And I, it's like that video I played the other day of those Gen Zers, those 20-year-old college kids who were being interviewed, and they're like, what do you think of transgender women? And they're like, hey, transgender women are women. Because they repeat the same things that they're brainwashed to think. They repeat the same things they hear on social media and in school every day. Women are women. Transgender women are women. Listen, no, they're not. And that's the bottom line, right? That is the issue here. You are not a real woman. We are real women. And you are trying to take that away from us. You are trying to take it all away. And that is not okay. That is what women should have a problem with. That is why women should have a problem with this right here. Not because you want to judge other people, not because you have a problem or you don't have a problem with the transgender genders, whatever, right? It's because you're women and they're trying to erase you. They're trying to take away what you are, your actual essence of being. And that's not okay, right? That's where I come in. That's where I'm coming from. Listen, I don't give a shit what these adults choose to do with themselves and their bodies. I don't care. I have a problem with you pushing it on children, and I have a problem with you trying to erase women and claim to be something that you are not. That's what I have a problem with. Okay? So I just want to clear that up for those of you that think I'm being judgmental and being, whatever. Call me a bigot, call me what you want, but I have a problem with men claiming to be women. I have a problem with doctors taking wombs from women who have passed and putting them into men so they can carry babies. Yes, I have a problem with that. And so shouldn't you and every other woman out there. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Marie, hey, Aaron, let me just say hi to everybody that came in. Okay, I think I got everybody. And not for nothing, but we were talking about this the other day, me and Chad and a couple friends, we were talking about this, and I said, you know what? And I said, a lot of people are saying that, listen, it's today, men today, okay, are not like our grandfathers were. It's definitely not like my grandfathers were. Okay. Men today are not the men that you had 30, 40, 50 years ago. 60 years ago. They're just not. Okay. And I think a lot of men, and this is okay. Let me put it to you like this. Hi, Jazz King. A lot of men today can't or don't want to put in the effort to be men, right? They don't want to go out there and support their families. They don't want to go out there and work their asses off. They don't want to go out there and do these men things that men are supposed to do. So it's much easier for them to be like, listen, I can't hack it as a man today, so I'm going to become a woman. And then I don't have to do shit. And then nobody's going to expect a damn thing from me. And that, you know what I'm saying? And that's not a reason. Just because you are not man enough, just because you cannot hack it as a man, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You are a man. Like, man up, put your big boy pants on, and go do what you're supposed to do. But, a lot of them can't because men aren't the same. Because of all of the estrogen and all of the hormones and all the bullshit that's put into the food, the shampoos, the body soaps, the freaking, everything. They just aren't. They just aren't what men are, just aren't what they used to be. And so I just, that is a contributing factor here. But I don't think that's an excuse, in my opinion. I don't think that's any excuse. And I don't think men should be coming in trying to take over motherhood. That's not that's not natural. That's not okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Karma. Yes, everybody, please take a second and hit that thumbs up if you have not done so already. Please consider subbing to the channel. It's a free way to help out the channel. We're good people over here, I promise. Okay. All right, let's pull up this next thing. Okay, let's go into this. Former trans influencer blames TikTok stars for rise in gender ideology, a trend that destroys lives. All right. Now I'm going to play this little clip for you. It's only 3 minutes long. Now, this person used to be, wait, where does it say it? He's D-trans. D-trans activist Ali London points to TikTok and its proliferation of content affirming gender transitions as the main reason why he started. Yeah, and then I can't read the rest. That went off. So I'm going to mute myself. Let's just play this video.
So when you're on TikTok, you now see thousands and thousands of transgender, non-binary influencers getting millions of followers, getting millions of views, because it really has become a trend. But this is not just any trend. It's not a trend when you become a goth for the day or you start a dance trend. This is a trend that destroys lives. It destroys. So when you're on TikTok, you now see thousands and thousands of transgender, non-binary influencers getting millions of followers, getting millions of views, because it really has become a trend. But this is not just any trend. It's not a trend when you become a goth for the day or you start a dance trend. This is a trend that destroys lives. It destroys families. It destroys the lives of children. It teaches children that the only way to feel happy and to accept themselves is to mutilate their bodies through surgery, through taking very harmful hormones. We have to look at the correlation as well between when TikTok came about, 2018. Suddenly, that was when we really started to experience the rise in medical transitions of kids. It was rising before that, but we saw a sharp, significant rise since the advent of TikTok back in 2018. So we really need to look at the harms of this, and we really need to come up with a better solution in order to keep kids protected online. TikTok works with an AI algorithm, so they check what you're interested in and they push and feed you videos related to your interests. So, if you're a kid that maybe stumbles across a video that's about gender ideology and you watch the whole video for 15 seconds, TikTok will remember that and just keep showing you the same kind of content. So that was what happened with me. I saw a lot of gender identity videos, people just expressing themselves. I was like, you know what, maybe I can change my identity, maybe I can transition. And that was really when I transitioned during the height of my TikTok addiction. Every time it was just nothing but praise from all these people that have pronouns in their bios, praising me, saying this is amazing, you're incredible, we finally support you. When previously, months earlier, they were attacking me and sending me hate. So, that's the experience I had. So the more I shared my transition story, the more views it got. And that's what's happening with everyone. When you see someone that shares their transition journey on TikTok, for instance, it might be a boy, they might start doing a little bit of lipstick, their views will go up. They might do hair extensions or a wig, suddenly their views go up more, they put on the dress more and more and more. So it's this constant addiction to trying to get more validation and more love, which is what's happening to so many people. And, I too fell for that. I was really, really addicted to TikTok. And the real issue is that when you see TikTok promoting these videos, these top surgeries, double mastectomies, you have thousands upon thousands of videos of young teens doing a day by day of their transition, day by day on hormones. You have videos of people injecting testosterone, showing kids how to inject testosterone. You've got trans activists telling kids how to get access to hormones in states where it's illegal. So there are actual people trying to get these kids hormones without a doctor's prescription, without parental consent, illegally, which is just insane. And this goes unchecked. In fact, it's actually amplified. These videos often get hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions. So it's really become a problem. So, TikTok seriously needs to address this.
I could not agree more. Yeah, that one right there, it was, oh crap, I think I just closed it out. Of course I did. Yeah, give me 1 second and I will, actually, Let me figure out how I'm going to do this. All right, give me 1 second, okay, you guys? Just give me 1 second. Let me find that for her. And I'll put the link to it in the chat. Let me just go get it. All right, so I will put the link in the chat. Oops, don't do that. Hold on. All right, copy. And then I'll come over and put it in the chat for you. There's the link to that. There's the link to that video, Lori. Sugar, see, these are my kind of videos right here. What I'm doing right here, I tried to live stream that trial yesterday, and I'm gonna tell you, I mean, I thought that it would be good for the channel, but in fact, it was actually not. It didn't do anything for me, but it's also not my style, and it wasn't me being true to me. You know what I mean? So I tried to step out of myself, do something that I wouldn't normally do, and that's just not my thing. So, talking about stuff that I care about and stuff that I think the world needs to be having conversations about, that's more my thing. Doing update videos on things, that's more my thing. So I just, yeah, but this is me. I think things that need to be talked about or need to be brought up in conversation, or things that are important where people need to be discussing these things, that's my thing. That's where I shine, where I can be like, listen, this is what needs to be brought up. This is crazy. This is why it's crazy. Now let's talk about it, right? Because starting conversations and having people talk about it is the first step to change. If nobody talks about it and nobody brings it up, there's never going to be anything that goes on. No problem, Lori. Yep, I put that link in there for you. But it is crazy that you have people who are on TikTok who are these influencers, and like that guy said, it's a trend. It's I look how many views I'm getting by doing this. This is the cool thing. So let's keep doing this. But in actual reality, you're totally dementing that child's way of thinking, that teen's way of thinking. And it's not cool. People need to stop making it out to be cool. This is a personal choice that you make as an adult. Not a kid. There should not be people on TikTok showing kids how to shoot up testosterone. You know what I'm saying? There should not be videos on TikTok of telling kids to go cut their boobs off and get a double mastectomy because it's the cool thing to do. Because people will love you if you do it. I think we need to teach kids that, listen, you are who you are. Let's be comfortable with who you are, right? You don't have to change yourself to be comfortable with yourself. You do not have to change yourself to get love from other people. If people don't love you for you, then fuck them. You don't need them in your life. That's what we need to be telling our kids, not change yourself to make other people love you. It's crazy. Well, Aaron says, I'm totally blanking on the age they're allowed to say they want the surgeries to transition. What's the age? Well, that's the thing. There is no age. You have people as young as 5, 6. You have their parents. You have their parents saying, listen, I'm going to transition my child. I'm going to start them on their testosterone or their estrogen or, any of that. And it's so insane. I sat down with my kids the other day. No lie. I sat down with my kids the other day. And, my kids are not brainwashed like the other kids today. But I sat down with them and I just asked them a series of questions. I did not coach them. I do not talk to my kids like I'm talking to y'all. You know, if my kids ask me something, I will answer them. But I do not drill anything into their heads. I'm not that type of person, you know. So I just sat down, asked them a bunch of questions about, you know, stuff that's going on today, about, you know, men wanting to become women and what they thought of it. And I'm telling you what, if the world wasn't the way it was, I so badly wanted to put that video out there because I recorded it. And I so badly wanted to put it out there and say, see, this is children who have not been brainwashed. This is children who have not had this shit drilled into their head for the last 18, 19, 20, 5 years. You know, that what people are doing to kids is wrong. But I mean, my kids are totally normal kids. Like I said, I don't push my beliefs on them. I do not try to convince them of anything. Like, if they ask me a question, I will give them a straight up answer. I don't lie to my kids. I am real with my kids, okay? But I was like, my God, if people could hear this, this is how kids are supposed to be. Almost. All right, so let's move on. Oh yeah, 5 to 6. Actually, I made a video the other day and I put it on YouTube, and somebody flagged it, reported it, whatever, because it offended them. And it wasn't even offensive. You can ask Sugar, ask anybody that's in here that saw it. CY was there, you know. And it was about the transgenders and it was about the transgender ideology and what it's doing, you know, what it's doing to society and to kids. And I put it out, and these freaking coupons. And there was an ad in there, which is a legit thing, for $500. You can send your, what was it, guys? Was it first grade through 5th grade? I think it was first grade through 5th grade drag camp. You can send them to drag camp for $500. And then for the teenage ones, it was $900 for a drag camp. But it was for 2 weeks long. And for God's sakes, that's a thing. They have drag camps where you send your boys there to dress like women and to become drag queens. Like, it's crazy. And people pay for that. People pay for that shit. But they're doing it to children so young and we wonder why all of these kids have mental health issues. We wonder why kids are so confused and have so much anxiety. And school, you know, is a big part of that. Parents are a big part of that. It's crazy. And I don't think that should be pushed onto children. I mean, literally, they're screwing it all up here. All right. I know. Can you even imagine? You know, oh my God. You know, it's not funny, but I did make a joke about this the other day. Me and Chad were sitting here. And I don't know how many of you remember American Pie, the movie, when it came out. But she was like, this one time at band camp. And I go, what are the kids going to say when they come home? This one time at drag camp? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we are in the world. This one time at drag camp, this is what happened. It's like, my God, seriously, how did we get here as a society? How did we screw up so bad as a society that this is what is happening? Oh, shit, Sugar. Honestly, the right age for kids to get phones, I don't know. And you know, I say that my son, he's about to be 13. He has a phone. He is not allowed to have TikTok. He is not allowed to have Twitter. He is not allowed to have any social media on his phone, period. No Facebook, no Insta, no nothing. His phone is to call me, call grandma, call grandpa, you know what I'm saying? Call dad. That's it. Like, he is not allowed to have any of these things on his phone. And there is a freaking reason for that. Like, I am all for the banning of TikTok. Delete that shit. Get that shit out of here. It's garbage. It's trash. It's no good. Okay? That's my thing. I am all for banning TikTok. But yeah, so my son is about to be 13. He got his first phone, like I said, and you know, it's crazy because parents give their 5, 6-year-olds phones when they go to school so they can get a hold of them, so they can call them, you know, whatever. I think it's dangerous. I think it's crazy. Oh, I'm sure the high schools in California do promote that. I'm sure they do. You know, and I said this to my son the other day. No, my son is 8 years old. I said to him, I said, you know, how did I put it? I should edit this video, like, because it's a real long, I recorded for hours and then I just did sections, right? So what I should do is play just this clip of, and I won't even play faces, I'll just play the audio of me talking to my son. But you know, parents these days, they're like, well, my 2-year-old son wanted to play dolls with his sisters, and so I mean, he wants to be a girl, so I'm gonna put him in dresses and dance shoes, and I'm gonna treat him like a girl because he wanted to play dolls with his sisters. So I said to my son and my daughter, they were both sitting there. My son is 8, my daughter is 10. And I said to them, I said, hey, do you remember when you were younger playing, I said this to my son, do you remember when you were younger and you were playing like dolls or whatever with your sisters? And he was like, yeah. And I looked over at my daughter and I go, do you remember when you guys would play trucks and you'd play, G.I. Joes and shit with your brother? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Did you ever walk away from that and go, well, I want to be a boy because I played with boy toys? Or I said to my son, did you ever walk away from that and go, well, I want to be a girl because I played with dolls? And they were both like, no, Mom, what is wrong with you? That is so weird. And I'm like, I know it's weird, right? But that's what parents are doing today because it's the trend, because it's the cool thing to do. It's the cool thing to transition your child. Absolutely not over my dead body. Seriously. And it's just, see, the kids is my point in telling you this is it's not the kids who are saying, hey, I wanted to play with dolls, so I must want to be a girl. Now I'm going to be a girl. Or I wanted to play with trucks and boy toys, so I want to be a boy. It's not the kids doing this. It's the parent going, well, my son wants to play dolls with his sister, so he must want to be a girl. So I'm just going to treat him like a girl and tell him that he was supposed to be a girl. It's the parents here. So it's not only kids' mental health that's totally fucked these days, and I'm sorry for swearing again, but it's the parents' mental health that is screwed up too. And the parents got it from the same place the kids got it. TikTok, social media, TV. It's not cool. It's not cool, man. It's not cool to change who your child is because you think it's going to make you a cooler parent, because you think it's going to make you fit in, because it's going to get you views on your TikTok or your Instagram or any of this other shit. You know, when did this happen? It's crazy, you guys. Now, this is where, again, so everybody that wants to look at my channel and go, the CNY family, she's a hater. She hates on the trans community. She's blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. My problem, again, and I will say this again for those of you that are hard of hearing, that I don't have a problem with adults changing who they are because that's on them. That's their thing. I have a problem with them pushing it on children And I have a problem with parents pushing it onto children because it's what they want. Not okay. That's what I have a problem with. So if you want to go back and say anything about the CNY family and what she has to say about trans, it's that she doesn't like that it's pushed on kids, and she doesn't like that parents do it to their own children. Right? For those in the back, because he's not a hater, so shut it. Yeah, children are being brainwashed. And that's, I mean, that is what it is, you know? Okay, let's move on. All right. Oh, let's see. Sorry, I'm getting all my stuff pulled up here.
Mom,
What, baby?
why do we have shells of walnuts?
Walnuts?
Yeah.
I give them to the chickens.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, I put them in there. None of us eat them, so I give them to the chickens.
Mom, who would use these big of things?
I don't know. Grandma brought them. I know. That's what I said. Okay. Yeah, black car. All right. Mom boasts that she's proud of her daughter who punched her bully in the face after school ignored the issue. Most parents would like to believe that we are people of peace influencing our children to turn the other cheek when conflict arises. But with a staggering 1 in 5 students being bullied at school and administrators struggling to address it, more parents are taking a more physical approach when it comes to protecting their children. A woman named Bianca Austin recently took to Twitter to share how proud she was that her daughter, who was being bullied by another child at school, finally stood up for herself and punched the bully in the face. The mom says she's proud that her daughter punched the bully. The boastful mother explained that her daughter has been experiencing bullying for weeks, and even though she had made numerous attempts to have her child's school deal with the matter, nothing had been done, and the name calling continued. After sharing, "My daughter finally punched a bully in the face," Austin declared herself a proud mom. This is her tweet. After weeks of being bullied by the same girl, numerous phone calls to the school, and nothing changing today, when being called names, my daughter finally punched the bully in the face. Proud mom. Offering more context in a follow-up tweet, Austin adds that her daughter was given 2-day in-school exclusion. Meanwhile, the other child has gone to class because she was only verbally abusive. No wonder bullying is never stopped in schools, right? To explain the situation even further, Austin shared an image of her child's leg covered in mud marks caused by an alleged kick from the bully. She gets kicked by her when she walks into the class, and the girl has never gotten in trouble because her friends give statements saying she didn't do it. It's mad how they operate in schools. As you might have anticipated, the tweet started a divisive conversation as to whether or not the girl should have resorted to hitting another child. One woman wrote, "I understand your and her frustration, but hitting someone in the face is never okay. Not ever. There are other options, lots of them. And if you think that this will stop the bullying, you are wrong. It will probably escalate it." But one man was quick to disagree, commenting, "Nah, I bet cash money this bully will leave her daughter alone. The majority of time, the bully has to be shown that the victim will take up for themselves. Sounds like Bianca did everything by the book, and the school or bully's parents did nothing." Now, some of y'all know, because I have said this, sometimes what it takes to stop a bully is to punch him in the face. And I stand by that. And I don't apologize for saying that. If this was my child, I would have done the exact same thing. I would have said the exact same thing, and I would have been glad that she did it. Because you know what? Schools don't do anything. Schools usually stand by the bully. And that's not cool. It's not cool at all. But it's usually how it goes. You know, especially if you got a group of mean girls and she's a popular girl and she went and did this to her all the time. The mom tried to take other steps. She tried to talk to the school. She tried many, many times to talk to the school, and the school didn't do a damn thing about it. So finally, she had enough. She said, just do what you got to do. And she punched the bully in the face. Good for her, I say. Absolutely. Stand up for yourself. Now, again, I will say this. I would have told my kid to do the exact same thing. You know, and it's, I know people are going to disagree with me on this. Some will agree, some will disagree. That's just the way the world works. But there's people out there who are like, listen, you don't ever hit somebody. You don't ever go after them. What I want you to do is I want you to feel bad for this bully, because there's something in their life making them unhappy, and they're trying to push that onto you. They're just doing this because they're unhappy with themselves, or something in their life is screwed up. So don't engage. Just take it with a grain of salt. Don't let it bother you. I'm not one of those people. And I never have been. I've always been very defensive of myself. I've always felt the need to stand up for myself, to defend myself. If somebody's saying something, oh, you better believe it. I'm coming back with something. Because that's just always, like, I, had a hard childhood, whatever. I didn't have the parents there to tell me, this, that, or the other thing. I always had to take care of myself. So you know what? I still stand by that. I still stand by that, because there are certain times where you can turn the other cheek where, and she did it for a long time. This girl did that for a long time. And this mother did that for a long time. Months of nobody doing anything, of her daughter not doing anything and turning the other cheek. And look where it got her. The bullies don't stop. They think you're an easy target. They're going to keep coming at you. But it's not until you stand up for yourself that it's going to stop. Because they know that if they mess with you again, they're going to get the same thing again. So I stand by what I say. Sometimes to stop a bully, you got to punch him in the face. And I stand by that. All right, let me go over and see what you guys are saying. Good. I'm glad, Aaron. I'm glad you stood up for yourself and did that. But I mean, people are too soft today. People are too sensitive today. People are too worried about, any of that. Like, stand up for yourself. That's just how it is. That because sometimes there's not going to be anybody else to do it for you. All right. So I say, good for the girl and good for the mom. She should be proud. That's what I say. Because today, her daughter didn't come home a victim. Today, her daughter stopped being a victim. That day, when that happened, her daughter said, I'm no longer going to be a victim. Good for her. All right, everybody. Please hit that thumbs up. Just a reminder, please hit that thumbs up if you have not already done so. All right, let's move on. I was bullied to within an inch of my life from 3rd to 12th grade. Oh my gosh. I couldn't take it anymore. The school wasn't doing anything. The cops did nothing. So I put my foot down and fist up. Absolutely, Aaron. I am with you. Good. Maybe, maybe he thought about that the next time he wanted to go bully somebody. Maybe he didn't do it because of that broken nose. All right. Hey, Rebecca. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys are following this, but the Lori Vallow case.
Somebody cleaning the thing? And I wiped it down. This is what I wiped it down. And then this is with water.
All right, I just want to stare. Now, for those of you that don't know, Lori Vallow she's going up for trial this week. She killed, allegedly, she killed her daughter and her son, her 16-year-old daughter and her 7-year-old son. Okay, the grandparents. I just want to stare her down. Grandparents of Lori Vallow's slain special needs son, says cult mom, not winning triple murder trial. The grandparents of slain 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow discussed a wide array of issues just hours before his mother and accused killer Lori Vallow stands trial on the 3 murder charges in Ohio. Slain 7-year-old J.J. Vallow's grandparents, Kay Woodcock on the left and Larry Woodcock on the right, discussed various issues before Lori Vallow's triple murder trial. She seemed very nice and just a very pretty girl, Kay Woodcock said, referencing the early days of the relationship between her son and the defendant. She seemed like a regular, normal person. Now, for those of you that don't know, Lori was a pretty woman, but her, she was one of those people that used her looks to get away with everything, right? She was very manipulative. She got people to believe what she wanted them to believe because she had that personality and she had the looks to match it. But the judge is saying that he doesn't know yet if he's going to let JJ's grandparents be in the courtroom, which I don't think is right or fair at all. They should absolutely be in there. If it weren't for them pushing so hard, who knows when the kids would have been found, because they were like, listen, I have not seen or spoken to my grandson in months. This woman keeps lying to me. This woman keeps making up excuses, blah, blah, blah. So, as last I heard, the judge was deciding he might not let them be in the courtroom, which is not right in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, so those of you that don't know, or if you're interested, I don't know, but I will be covering that case. So I just wanted to give an update on that. But something is off for the judge to not want the grandparents in. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. I've never heard that before. Have y'all ever heard where the judge denied somebody being in the courtroom? No, you're definitely not alone. Exactly. See, Aaron said, I hate violence, but I was left alone after that. And that's all I wanted them to do was just leave me alone. Yeah, I'm with you. I hear you 100%. Okay. Let me mute myself.
Hey, what's up, guys? Here I am in Target, my local Target, right? Check this out. So we're in the boys section, guys. Boys clothes section. I want to show you over here. This is the clothing you have for boys. Dinosaurs are cool, right? There's a big rainbow behind the dinosaur. We're not going to stop there. We got a cloud, hula hooping with a rainbow. What's this? Trucks are cool, right? Picking up a rainbow. Why are we picking up a rainbow, guys? Why is this boys clothing today? I'm not done. Like Baby Shark? Bye-bye. There's masculinity. That's what they're doing. They're destroying masculinity. Guys, it's time to stand up against this wokeness. We need to stand up as parents and leaders and fathers. Like and follow for more. Hey, what's up, guys? Here I am in Target, my local Target, right? Check this out. So we're in the boys section, guys. Boys clothes section. I want to show you over here. This is the clothing you have for boys. Dinosaurs are cool, right? There's a big rainbow behind the dinosaur. We're not going to stop there. We got a cloud, hula hooping with a rainbow. What's this? Trucks are cool, right? Picking up a rainbow. Why are we picking up a rainbow, guys? Why is this boys clothing today? I'm not done. Like Baby Shark? Bye-bye. There's masculinity. That's what they're doing. They're destroying masculinity.
And again, we wonder why men are not the same men that they used to be, why boys are growing up ass backwards. Oh, they are. It was ruled that they are allowed. Oh, good. Good. Are y'all into the Lori Vallow case? Because, man, I am. I am freaking, I want to see that woman locked up so bad. All right, so definitely look for the recap videos of Lori's trial, and definitely look because I definitely will have videos out on that. And also I will be putting up recap videos about Letitia's trial as well for justice for Gannon. Okay, they asked to see it on video at their courthouse. I don't even know who the West Boys are. You asked me that, Sugar, yesterday. I don't even know who that is. All right. I think I got like one or two more things. Let's go. All right. Speaking of justice for Gannon, let's look at this. A missing boy was found shot and stabbed in a suitcase 1,400 miles away from home. His stepmom says a psychotic crack killed him. Now, she's the Letitia that is on trial right now. Al Stotch was on deployment. Oh, okay. Al Stotch was on. I don't know how you say that last name. I don't know if it's Stock or Stotch, whatever. Was on deployment with the National Guard when his 11-year-old son, Gannon, vanished from their family home in Colorado in January of 2020. By the time he returned home, his wife, Letitia, had already reported Gannon, her stepson, missing, and a desperate search was underway. But despite efforts by authorities and hundreds of volunteers who combed through the vast woods near El Paso County, Gannon's tragic fate would remain unknown for 2 months. During that time, Letitia's account of what happened continued to change. She first claimed Gannon had failed to return home after saying he was going to visit a friend. Then she said that a Mexican man, assaulted her and abducted the boy. Prosecutors later learned that Gannon likely died on the same day that Letitia contacted investigators, after finding his blood on her shoes and her DNA on a gun linked to Gannon's death. She was arrested in March of 2020 after the boy was presumed dead, and his remains were found later that month inside a suitcase near the Florida Panhandle, under a bridge. Gannon had 18 stab wounds all over his chest, a gunshot to the head, a fractured skull, and cuts on his extremities. She tortured that boy. More than 3 years later, she is facing trial for murder. During opening arguments this week, her defense claims she suffered a major psychotic crack during the brutal killing. I mean, you guys should have heard this defense attorney asking. He had her ex-husband on stand, Gannon's father, and he was talking. The defense attorney was asking the most insane question. He was like, "Well, is it true that at one point you said that she was an intelligent woman?" And it's like, why? Okay, I'm sure I did because I was married to the woman. But now she's, I know she murdered my child. So why are you asking me these dumbass questions? Like, it was, I could barely stand to listen to it. Seriously. In gut-wrenching testimony on Tuesday, the father remembered his son as a curious child and video game lover who couldn't have possibly expected the deadly attack. Sitting between her attorneys at the defense table, she was seen with her head down and her hair covering her face. Seriously, she looks like the chick from The Ring, the movie. She looked like the chick from The Ring sitting there, like hiding her face. The only time she ever sat up was when her defense attorney was up there. And other than that, she was hiding her face. But it's not because she was sad or ashamed for what she did. It's not because she felt remorse. But to me, I got the vibe that she was just embarrassed because every time the prosecution was up there talking about she was covering her face. Like she was embarrassed. That's all. That's all I got from her. One of the things about Gannon, he absolutely loved his mom and had some of that same love for Letitia. His dad told the court through tears, he was a mama's boy. I think he had love in his heart for her. I don't think he was afraid of her. So he goes missing. She makes up all of these lies. We had to sit through a bunch of phone calls between her and the dad when the dad was trying to be nice to her and just trying to get answers out of her. And she was like giving him all this bullshit, crying, making herself out to be a victim. It was disgusting to listen to, seriously. But she's on trial right now. So I will also be doing updates on this case. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Those will be coming. The Lori Vallow updates will be coming. So you guys can look for that here. But I will definitely be doing more of, you know, what I do. More of being me. Wait, what? Hold on a second. I'm missing what's going on here. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, California City Boys that were, oh, okay. Okay, so I got one more thing. I think. Let me just make sure. Nope, that's it. That's all I got for the day. So I'm glad, though. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be back. We love you for being you and staying true to yourself, but we appreciate you stepping outside the box and trying something different yesterday. Yeah, I did. I thought I could try it and it'd be good, and you know, but it's a long time for me to be sitting there trying to pay attention when I got, you know what I'm saying? I got all this other stuff. It's so much easier for me to just pick up my camera, be like, okay, here's the gist, here's the things we need to know, and go from there, you know. But oh no, you're good, Judy. Yeah, so this is just, it's so much. I gotta be me. I gotta be, you know, true to myself, and this is just it. So thank you guys who appreciate that, and thank you all for being here. And you know, you guys are my main people that are always in my chats, always there for me, always with my videos, you know. So I appreciate all of you guys so much. CY Kyle, Sugar, Judy, you're in here all the time. Lori, thank you guys. Rebecca, thank you guys all for being here. So, but I mean, you know, I just got to do what works for me. Yeah, Aaron, thank you too for being here. Thank you guys. So yeah, so I will have a video coming out later, I'm sure. But yeah, you know, I'll post updates. You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm starting to put a lot more stuff over there. I took the most beautiful picture yesterday. I swear to God, we had a huge windstorm yesterday. It was crazy. Like I was in the middle of streaming the live and I had to run outside and into the cornfield because my freaking doghouse got taken by the wind way out there, right? It was crazy, the wind. So I'm going out there and then all of a sudden it starts downpouring. It's raining. And but the sun starts to peek through and Chad goes, oh my God. He's like, look for the rainbow. He goes, so he looks out this back window. He goes, Christy, look at this rainbow. It is huge. It is a perfect rainbow.
Oh yeah, Mom.
It was huge. It was right out in my backfield. Oh no, my dog wasn't in it. But no, my dog was inside when that happened.
I saw it today.
But I posted it on Instagram, so if you guys want to go over and check that out, it was so pretty.
We saw one at Papa's house.
You did?
Yeah, it was really big.
Yeah, it was huge. It might have been the same one we saw here, but it was so huge and it was so perfect. It was beautiful. So anyway,
I know the
don't
one
mean
that we saw at Papa's was like a close.
yeah.
Really
So I don't mean to
big.
get off on that, but I just want to know you guys can go over and check out my Instagram. Keep up with us over there. We do not have a TikTok. We do not, because TikTok is friggin' ridiculous. And you know, but you guys can catch us over on Instagram, over on Twitter. We pretty much put like family clips and stuff up on our Instagram, so you guys will like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this here. It's getting crazy in here, but I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Please come back and comment in this video. Please, please, please. I need comments. I don't care what you write. Spam the comments. Just go in there and put emojis. I don't care, but it really helps push the video. So, and I'm going to ask you guys, please hit that thumbs up if you have not done so. Please subscribe to the channel. Anybody who wants to do anything extra to help out, links are all down in the description below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions and keep spreading that light. Oh, Rebecca, 12, 11, 10, 8, just so you know. All right, you guys, I love you all. Have an awesome, awesome day.
Mom.